Right, there we go. Had to change the microphone. So we are live. Haven't done one of these for ages again, and this is just to continue testing, checking, because every time there's an update, something happens. So this is just a Hangout, just working on a project for IMVU in Blender 3D. And hopefully OBS doesn't give me any issues. A little quiet. What's the mic volume on? Properties. Cancel. Advanced properties. Okay. Okay, close. Yeah, so adding rumble to the mix is a little tricky because it doesn't, you can stream to it, but you have to edit the settings. Privacy should be public. Edit, hang on. Yeah, it's public. Yeah, it's a little, because I guess they want you to go through the Rumble streaming app instead of going through third party like a lot of these things, but so it's a bit of a pain. Anyway, so that's that. Yeah, anyway. So this is a room, and it's got a lot of duplication, and it's just trying to work it into a functional room while keeping it optimized, because we want to be able to see into the room. So we have to remove the back sides of these sections so we can still see, but so I haven't worked on this for a while, but we need to make sure that we don't remove too much, because there are some areas that we can see potentially from the inside. Get rid of all of that. I can't remember. No, they're separate. Did I delete all of these or just... So this is the problem with having so many projects on the go at the same time, that one of the things that you will see, but one of the questions that people ask is, you know, how do you get so good at X, Y, or Z? And, or how do you, well, basically it's not necessarily practice. It's, I've even gone and lost my train of thought. It's momentum. That's the word I was looking for. It's momentum. If you lose your momentum, that's a killer for your 3D projects. If you lose the momentum on something, it can be tricky. All right, so I kept that top face, so I didn't delete those. If you lose your momentum on a project, that can be deadly. Is that separate? No, right, so I have to go back to that. That can be deadly because you lose your placement, you lose your mojo, for want of a better word. You lose a lot of things when you lose your momentum. IRL gets in the way, so separate, so P section, hide that. And it's a curse. It's a curse of being creative, is losing your momentum. So did I do that to that side? Yeah, I did. Oops. Oh, that. And if you can, that's the one thing that you really do want to work on, particularly if you're working with Blender, is maintaining your momentum on a project. So as much as you can, if you're doing things to learn something, regardless as to what it's for, small projects, short projects, so grab that, short projects, so that you can maintain, keep your momentum and complete the project. Because obviously the second killer of learning to do something is, right, so that's all that done. Detach. Hide. So can we just duplicate that? And Control M. Yeah, so short projects, because that's the other killer to you learning something, is you, and we see it often, you start a big project because you have a big idea and you lose your momentum, and obviously you don't finish the project, you get discouraged because you don't finish the project, and before you know it, you have just basically quit. So smaller projects, and or if you are going to do a big project, do it in chunks, do it in manageable chunks, so that I have to keep Yeah, I'm not happy with the quality of the stream that's coming through from OBS these days. I don't know what they've done to it or what's happened to the computer. But something has changed and it's affecting the quality of the streams. Unless it's just a buffering issue. But yeah, so if you're doing big projects, break them down into smaller sections and complete the sections, knowing that they are sections. And then obviously as you build the sections up and the project up, you maintain. So that looks okay. You can maintain your momentum indirectly by completing the smaller projects within a larger one. Oh, that's the... Should I do it on the other side? Yeah, I have to clean those up. Have to remember to clean those. Because that's an... So these are easy. These are not these inverted curvatures that have, well, negative compound curve. So it gets smaller towards the top. There's a tricky, I can't remember how I did that now. But that took a couple of days to figure out how to do that. Because we've got a positive and then we've got the negative as part of the decoration, and trying to figure out how to invert, because you can't just invert this to get that. So you have to rebuild this using the same or similar structure. So we've got this trim that needs to be kept, but inwards. So concave versus convex. So we need to keep this pattern on both the concave and convex shapes, and that was tricky to sort out. But there needs to be a bar in here. I'm not 100% sure where to put it. Doesn't have to be a big bar, just a small one. Just a small one here. But then there aren't many seats, so it's just Yeah, I'm not happy with the way that OBS is streaming, so I'm going to stop the stream and restart it using a different app, using the AMD's app. What's it called? The Radeon Pro streaming software thing, because this is not good. And like I say, I have no idea. I have an idea, and it's something to do with Microsoft's virus scanner. For some reason, that gets triggered every time, obviously, because every time a file is created, the virus scanner kicks